Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm just preparing things, so fun times. But yeah, if you're seeing this, I'm I'm literally at the very end, and I'm kind of going crazy. Um, just going to, what was it, streaming behind the scenes. Just literally putting links for this now in chat and everything. It's pretty late, but I've been working on everything like mad, so let's just okay, there we go. Link's been sent out. Hey John, where am I at? I'm just going to put this back, and then I'll explain stuff. I have multiple versions of Blender going, which is absolutely insane right now. Everything should be fine. I'm just gonna be having the old version of the ruins on in the background while I talk to people, because I figure that's fair and easy. Oh, so yeah, the ruins. We are at the very end now, where all I need to do essentially is just make sure textures are correct for this bit, and then just apply foliage. That's it, and I am so happy about it as well because of it. So normal map tangent speed. Okay, right. So I was looking for the door material at the end of Snowden, because I need to have one section added. I'm doing like a mix of two nodes here. Mix. Oh, come on, mix. Because what I want to do is I want to mix two bump maps with a normal map, and then the tangent space normal map will cover the extra details where I want. Normal map, tangent space, color, image. But yeah, it's been so long. I know I don't have any music on in the background. I haven't done that for a while just because of YouTube. Oh no, don't do this to me. I need to now mess around with the normal map and figure out where this is mapped to because of the mesh. It's a pain. The mesh is like, so anyway, have fun with working this out. I swear I use the same normals as well. John. Hexabyte, hello. So yeah, what you're seeing is the old version of the ruins at the moment. The new version is a lot better. I'm saving the new version obviously for the update, but what I can tell you is that it's really nice looking. I know it sounds stupid, and that basically you have to trust me on it. But when I'm freaking out about it like mad, then there's at least some validity to it. So the way that the new ruins looks is I've basically taken the entirety of the ruins and turned it more or less into one giant underground chamber of sorts that continuously like changes height and everything. It's got some water going through it. It has some of the same details, but there's just lots more of them. And then all of the other stuff looks a lot more realistic. And then on top of that, what I've done is at the very end I've changed it because of the way that Toriel's house is placed. I've kind of tried to mirror the beginning, so it looks pretty similar to the beginning, but it's it's got a slight twist to it. I'm just trying to scale everything here because of the normal map. I'm just trying to make the normal map in the right place. Oh, 2.6. 0.26, sorry. That looks correct. Let me just see if that fits. Dude, that moment where you try and check something and it's just like, what? I think it's working there. Maybe if I just plug the normals into the normal there and see what happens. Change the mapping node. No, it's still screwed. That's strange because the door normals that I'm using the exact same ones, or they should be. I'm just gonna have to make another one of this. Basically, what I can do is I can take the normals and put them through Smart Gen. Oh, sorry, the texture that I've got, put it through Smart Gen that allows me to generate normals that are the exact same one as the texture. I don't know why the textures are just like giving me problems at the moment. But yeah, more about the ruins. So we with us having this, it's gonna be cool now because I can then take the way that the ruins are and just start applying monsters to them. The one thing that I want really is to kind of make sure the monsters look pretty much identical to the style that I'm going with. So like, for instance, with something, say like Luke's, I want him to have like bump detail on his skin. So that's going to be interesting trying to do that, just making things look that little bit more detailed. Not going like too crazy, but just enough that it just looks nice. So let's see if this works. Oh, I see why I've used that other texture. It's because I added more detail to it. But yeah, doing like the upgrades to everything is so much fun for me at the moment, because like actually getting in and seeing stuff and like trying to make everything look that little bit better, and then actually seeing that happen is just so nice. Because again, this is something that I said a little while ago, where I was like, I need to open up big so that I leave a good impression, and it's like it's all down to the ruins, basically. I'm just gonna quickly type in the name for that normal there. Yeah, it's all down to the ruins to kind of set the tone. Like it has to look good to start the whole show. Otherwise, there's no point. If it don't look good, if it's not animated well, it's gonna reflect very poorly. So opening strong is where I want to be with it. So it's gonna be so fun. I recently sent a message out as well today to Shay, who speedruns Undertale. I thought, you know what, I'll get in contact with them because I want to see whether I can approach them for a cameo bit, primarily because the Frogget model that we have basically has a punch card, and that's Shay's thing of doing the punch card skip. So I was like, okay, I'll try and see if I can reach out. So hopefully they'll get back to me and I can be like, okay, cameo, because that'd be really fun. There's that normal. Now I can render that out later on. So yeah, the ruins are looking pretty nice so far. I'm just gonna quickly. I know I said I wasn't gonna give any spoilers, but because we got a couple of people here, where is it? I'll switch to at least the exit door, which might not look amazing right now, but there's little details around it that give it away. So we'll do that's basement. There we go. So this is the basement currently. It doesn't look like much. I'm gonna do a little bit of destroying of the door here, but apart from that, there's a lot more that's been done to it. It looks a little bit flat towards the edges. I can tweak that a little bit more, but yeah, it's that's probably gonna be my my teaser image for it as well. That I put out, you know, where it's like, okay, so the update's coming soon. I love the way I try to change to the other version. It's just not having any of it. Let's try Ruins Basement. Falling Down intro. No. Tutorials. Oh, so that works, but the other one doesn't. Let's try Remade. I returned to 6 byte. Hello. So let's save that, and we can go to that one. So yeah, that's what it's looking like at the moment, which is pretty nice. I'm just trying to... That moment where you like try and mess around with it. Oh, there we go. For some strange reason, it's just like not having it. It's probably because I have like multiple versions of Blender running, just for doing this. But yeah, I can't believe the jumping quality. The only reason I've got this on at the moment is just because it kind of looks nice. But we can also just upgrade this slightly, just a little bit. I think it's exposure. Yeah. If I set the exposure to like 2 or something, 3, that at least looks nice for a background for the time being while I work on stuff. Just gonna quickly damage up the doors to Snowden, and then away we go. But yeah, I'm really happy with everything so far. It's going great. I can't wait to show this off. Hopefully, I can show it off kind of soon. I'm not going to give like a date or anything because I kind of can't, but let's see. Trying to change the pattern of damage here in this mesh, and it's just like, yeah, no. I'm trying to make the voxels like not damage too much. And instead it's like, oh, you want to damage the entire door? Have fun with that. I'm like, I only want it a bit. And it's damaging the entire thing and just not having any of it. Like, all I want is a tiny bit of damage. And it's like, yeah, I'm just going to damage the entire thing. Have fun. Let's try the other one. We'll do make damage 11. And we'll just change pattern and see what happens. Okay, that's not too bad. Have I got a swinging bit for that? No, I don't, because it cuts to the next scene. That's fine. I need now to adjust this. I need this section to be in the other part of Snowden, so it's consistent. Seeing the ruins in 3D fills you with determination. Again, I love doing this stuff. Like, I think somebody asked me the other day, like, why am I doing this like this? And it's like, because it's unique, you know. By seeing everything in this much detail, you get a much more up close and personal look at Undertale in a way that you would have never expected, especially because, like, comparing again to other stuff that's been out before. Like, the one that we always get compared to is not Immersiontale. That's me. Is Undertale if it was realistic. No, we always get compared to that. And it's like, it's a fair comparison, but at the same time, it's like, look at the amount of detail that's in everything now because of the amount of time that's been spent on this and the advancement in characters that have been made and stuff. Again, that's why I like this project, is because of the just the difference in detail and like approach. It's really interesting for me. Would Toby approve? Would Toby approve of what happens if he sees this? I can now fly through the ruins, and it's only 42 objects in scene, and it's like 1,000,000 tries. Yeah, I'm trying to keep the object count down because that's what seems to lag it out. I'm going to be doing optimization for the other areas before I show all this off, so I can kind of do the same. But yeah, I've noticed with the new version of Blender, especially if you're using Eevee to render stuff, if you have more stuff on screen, like that isn't attached to each other, it's just terrible. Everything is lagging. Yeah, like if I show you this other thing now, like there's the ruins. The ruins is ready. I'll throw up a video, not a video, a teaser for that now. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get like a big screenshot of the door from distance. Actually, no, I'll do the door from close up, because then it doesn't give away much. Because I still want it to be cool and everything, but I don't want to give away my entire game, you know, because there's so many details in this section. So if I now turn that off, yeah, everything is lagging here. Now, what I mean by like too many things in scene is like, for instance, when I originally lit this, I lit it on a version that didn't mind like this low detail approach with lots of lights, but because Eevee has been changed and everything is not joined together, like everything is modular, so I can mess around with it if I want. If I wanted to optimize this, I'd have to start essentially attaching a lot of these meshes together. So like for instance, all the moss and everything, I'd have to basically just start going join, and slowly we'd get more frame rate back. Like at the moment, it's not even got materials on, it's like 17 FPS. I put materials on and lighting and everything else. And by the way, this is the old version. The old version in new Blender is running at like 10 frames per second, which it didn't do in the old one. But that's because they've just changed the way that everything is done, which is weird, but it also looks better. It's weird in how they've done stuff. It's too accurate, you can't see a damn thing. But yeah, I also changed a lot of this. Like this is the old version, of course, but like I love the way Whimsum's animated to loop like that. That's the old model as well. So in this is like the more older, accurate version where it's dark, and the idea was to come through here and go straight to tutorials. I had this cool scene where you could see like the player and Frisk come out of the darkness. It was really cool and atmospheric. The only problem is that this feels really, really claustrophobic, and I didn't like it. So instead, I broke all of this down and put it in like a giant cave. And I think I'll try and show that off now. Hang on, where is it? Yeah, I can show that off. That's fine. So if we just go boom, and no, don't save. There we go. So this is the new one. The only problem is you're blind. So this is the new one, where it's got a little bit more detail to it. We start off in this room, which is the last puzzle room. I need to bring spikes in and put them in here. But we come in, we got these two torches either side to be able to see what we're doing. We got some rocks here. Toriel's like halfway through a rock there. But the idea is I've changed it to make it more open. The overall idea was to make it look as though the monsters had basically dug through and hit like a few caverns or giant areas where it was easier to build. So they've just been like, oh, we'll build what we need to, but we won't go crazy. Because like other versions of the ruins have built like instead of having a roof overhead, here in like other ruins, they've got like brickwork and stuff like that, whereas with my version it's just like, let's just put up some supports to hold the roof together, and yeah, we're not going to bother with brick. It's just going to be a bit of stone to hold it up, and it's just a ton of soil above. So that's crazy. And then we get to here where it just happens to be an open cavern, and I've done a lot more work to spread things out a bit here. So like with the leaves, where you saw tons of piles of them everywhere and they were kind of clipping through each other, instead I've kept the tree how it was, changed the front a little bit. As you can see, it looks a little bit more like a fortress. But I've kept the leaves primarily how they are, but took away some of the extra piles and just kind of spread the leaves around a little bit. And then it's the same over here. We have whatever piles of leaves got blown into corners and stuff. I've just spread those out a little bit with only really a few more piles around. There was so many before. Now it's like, yeah, there's only a couple in corners where they build up. You made her house out of solid titanium. The funny thing is, I only put these spires on the sides last minute, and that was just to cover up holes that are in the geometry here, right next to where the house is. Because on the interior there, it's fine, but on the exterior, you got like a hole, then the actual floor. Oh, so it's like, there it is, there's the hole. So it's like, I gotta cover that up somehow, so it's like, yeah, I'll just make some cool bit of geometry. And then line it up. The windows have been remade, as you can see. They're still damaged. They're just not as damaged, because before I sculpted that by hand, the previous one, and it just looked really damaged. Now it doesn't, and it's sporting the obvious Deltarune emblem. Yeah, I might add a garden to this at the very last moment. But today, all I want to do really is add some foliage just to the outside of here and maybe a bit here. The downstairs I've actually split up, so that's the old version of it here where I've kind of deleted things. This is the one that literally is not going to be used because there's hardly any geometry here now. It doesn't matter, you know. I took all the lights out of there and everything, so that one is not affecting anything, and this is just the same. This is the same as it has been since that other update, because it didn't really need messing around with too much, but the new stuff is, like, obviously out there, and then the doorway as well. I made the doorway a little bit nicer to match the exterior, and then I put the doormat, which does, I'm showing it without texture at the moment because otherwise that'll spoil things too. The doormat does have the Deltarune on it, which is seen in the previous update, and there was an actual hole in geometry here that I just covered up with a stone and then readjusted the skirting. So I'm doing some pretty dirty fixes, you know, that just about work, but it's fine. And then I know people are going to say, like, where's the city? And where's the extra door to get to the city? I've just changed things a little bit. What I might do is include the city over here in, like, with a hole going out into it over here, just overlooking it. Because this is Toby's cousin. When it comes to the city in the original game, it makes no sense because it's over here, right next to this area, and it looks like it expands on into the distance, so it makes no sense for the way that it's set up, because there's only like a short distance here before Flowey's area, and then out to Snowdin. So what I instead am thinking of doing is putting the city in this direction. So we just have, like, a hole in the wall, and then we can just see, you know, out into it. Put a rock, it'll be fine. It's like, if I put a hole in the wall and then put an archway there, and then we can see out into the city, I think that'll be a really nice way to clean that up. Out here, is Gaster in the holes? No. Out here was pretty, like, barren, apart from, like, small rocks that I'd placed around, so I placed bigger ones as well, just to kind of make up for it. So it looks alright now. So, Gaster is in the holes. So now, yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw some stuff in there, and then we should be good. This is the building block stuff that I've been using, where I've just been taking them from, like, different areas. I'm gonna at least figure out what I'm using here, and then away we go. So, like, for instance, with this stuff, I can pick at this. I can actually do it in another window so that you don't actually see what's going on. But yeah, there's the stuff that I'm going to be using. And then I just try and do this stealthily. Yeah, this is working in the other screen. Okay, so if I do that, then if I take this and go over here, oh, there we go. What I can do is I can put that there, and then start applying stuff. Just need to find out what the heck my things are. Ah, there we go, on the other window. Bro loves his copy and paste. I mean, it's an easy way of getting stuff done. Especially when you're using similar assets all the time. It's worth it. This entire area is basically like massive amounts of copy and paste. Hey, there we go. So there's the stuff that I need. I only want to do a little bit here, so it's like, a little bit hanging off here and there. Rotate, minus 180. Toby would have done it all by hand. Nah, I don't think so. Especially with Toby's tile sets. They're not done by hand. Besides which, why work harder when you can work smarter? Let's just do this. We'll put this up here. That looks pretty cool. And it's out of the way as well. Oh, lag. Okay. That's that there. I just need like maybe one more on the other side. Actually, I might have to scale that down because it's the actual texture for the plane is massive. Scale that about there. That won't work because I've got. Oh no, I thought I had the particle going as well in the background that would explain the lag a little bit, but I really wish I could get more frames on this at the moment, but I can't. Not yet. I would be stuck on the first pixel. So yeah, what I'm going to do is once I've done with all of this, I don't think it's the lighting in particular, I think it's, again, all the objects. So if I try and, like, tweak all the objects, hopefully that'll be cool. Like, if I have everything just, like, merged together, unless I need to move it for animation purposes. Should be good. I love the way that, like, because I don't have the walls that you would normally associate with the ruins along the back of them. I'm going to have to play around with putting foliage over the front of Toriel's house, but just not next to the fire, you know, because you just know what's going to happen. It's going to catch fire, and then it's going to burn down Toriel's place. And I don't want that. So trying to do this in a way that like doesn't clip through itself as well, because that's another problem at the moment. It kind of clips through a little bit. I'm trying to put more foliage on this side and then just like scale it down and make sure it's okay. That looks fine. Let's just double check. Okay, that's not too bad. I can get away with just like 2 pieces there, and then I'm gonna do the same on the opposite side. So we'll see about over here. It might actually only need 2 pieces because I don't want to go crazy with it, because it's got to be like a subtle detail kind of thing. Hey, Sky. Pixel Tail. I assume she does fireproof stuff. I mean, you never know. Isn't it Asgore that has like burnt fur in his house in his kitchen because he's been trying to cook like Toriel and can't do it at the end in New Home? I'm gonna have to check again because I swear it is something like that. Right, I think I'm gonna take one of these assets, like one of the easier ones, and just use one of them because I've got a couple of ones that are pretty big, and I'm like, I don't want to use the big ones because they're gonna stand out too much. And then I can delete my little thing that I've been using, my building blocks. If I just delete that now. What I'll do is I'll check the level as well afterwards to make sure that the building blocks are gone, but everything's fine. I'm just looking off to the other screen here so I can see where this stuff's going. There we go. Right. So if I try putting this stuff just over here, hopefully everything will be good. Just scale that down a little bit and then we'll go with that. I think what I might do is put this to the far side as well. Primarily just because of there being fire next to it. I might even play with the exposure for the light there. Let's see, if I go exposure 1? 0.5. 0.5 seems to work for that quite nicely. Let's just poking around here and making sure it's not too bright. That moment where I look at Toriel's and because of all the lights and particles and everything, it's giving me like 2 frames per second. Ah. Secret ending where you just keep using fight on Azrael. So yeah, I think I'm done now. That's it. I'm done, and I just need to place fire in the scene and make sure that's fine, and then render it. So camera. Put a camera in here and make sure it's the right one. So do like I think it's 30 or 35 focal. I think 30. Let's see where it is at the moment. Time for the funny bone, man. So I'm just making sure that when I use the camera here, it comes out in the right position. It's got to go like this way. And then like this, right? If I pose that now and then go, yeah, there we go, that works. So I can see that from this angle. And then I've got to mess around with the fire effect, which will be fun. So we'll save this as camera test. Tutorials, camera test. So I'll do the animation run for it now, actually, because that should be fine. Although it's just randomly taking me to the inside tutorials for no reason. 30 frames should be fine. Let's do like 1,000 here or something. And then, where is it? Time code? There we go. Right, and then I can just do new window so I can figure out where I'm going here. And then what I'll do is I'll just make sure that I, in the new window, can see rather where I'm going, and then we'll just go from there. So set this up, insert keyframe there, and then insert keyframe at like what, 1,000, and then we'll have that move to the interior or close to the interior in like not 30 seconds. If I go there like this. I love the way it's going that way instead. So I want that to be out here instead. So we go see where this is going now, right? So it comes out, we get to see this panning shot here for a moment. Right? What I want to do at 7 seconds, that's got to be facing here, right? And then we can have it come out, and by about 12 or 13, let's do 13 for the sake of it. Have it facing more this angle. So we go, oh, that's a nice transition. That might not need any fixing now. Oh, no, the tree. It's going to clip through the tree. Bam. Yep, straight through the tree. Right, that's got to be edited. Let's try there like that, and then just adjust that a little bit. Okay, let's do where it ends here. I'd rather it be a little bit more here. Okay. Ah, that goes straight through the tree again for no reason now. What if you had Easter eggs from other fan games, like a little nod to them? We've got cameo appearances from characters from like Red and stuff that people know about already. That's fun. Oh, what is even going on here now, right? I put it there. And then for some strange reason, it just like veers off to the side. Right, and then we just go about there like that. Right, and then it goes maybe a bit too close to the tree there. We'll just help it along a little bit. Hey, there we go. That looks good. Because I can take that and then I can do like another separate track for the interior. With all of those areas again shown off in the splendor. And then away we go. Seeing how they went through the trees is terrifying, but it also fills you with determination. It's like here now, right? If I show you the loop that it was going through, what was happening was, oh, we're going through here, right? This is what I want to render out with like the fire here and everything. And we get this pan, and I'm like, oh, okay, pan's looking nice. There's Toriel's place, but then what was happening was it was just going straight for the tree there. I'm just like, I had to nudge it out the way. I love the way I've deformed all the leaves as well, so they're shown off there. Please go around the tree. Hey, there we go. That's fine by me. The only thing is, that feels like it goes on for a bit too long. Let's see about that. Because then that might be better because it's slower. Yeah, that's better. I'll take that. So yeah, that's everything done. I'll get this set up, get it rendered, and away we go. So, thank you very much everyone. I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Until then, bye!